Anyone that really learned middle school and high school math should be able to easily answer this question. Let's take a look at the problem. So, if all the edges of a cube are doubled, what is the percent of increase in the volume? All right, so that is the problem, but we do have a multiple choice question here, and let's take a look at our answers. So A is 200%, B is 400%, C is 500%, and D is 700%. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this problem. I'm actually going to solve it in real time. So there's different ways to approach this problem, but make sure to at least try it and put your answers or just take a guess. Put that into the comment section, but let's take a look at the full solution right now. Okay, so because we are talking about a cube, it's probably a pretty good idea for us to sketch a cube. Now, you really want to try to improve your 3D sketching ability when you study geometry and mathematics, but you don't have to be a perfect artist, but try to come up with a pretty accurate figure so you can understand the problem. Okay, so this is a basic sketch of a cube because the problem is talking about a cube. Now, what is a cube? Well, of course, it's a three-dimensional figure or object, but basically the width, the height, and the length, how you look at it, is the same dimension. In other words, the sides here are all squares. So because we are talking about the volume of a cube, there's actually a lot going on in this problem because we need to understand the percent of increase. But if we don't understand what a cube is and how to find the volume of a cube, well, we're going to have a tough time solving this problem. So the problem says if all the edges of a cube are doubled. Okay, so in other words, let's go down here, for example. If this cube had the dimensions of 1, 1, and 1, now we double the side. So let's just draw another cube here. And I'm going to try to make this a little bit bigger, but of course, I don't want to run out of room here. But just to kind of get the general idea, so if all the sides of the cube, all the edges of the cube are doubled, that means we're going to go from 1 to what? Well, we're going to go to 1 to 2. All right, so this 1 is going to be 2 here, and this dimension will be 2 right here. Okay, so this is the basic situation. Now, you could use actual values like this to figure out the answer to this problem. Or you could use an algebraic variable like x. So for example, I could let x represent the width, height, and length of this cube. But you'll get the same answer anyways. All right, so this is basically what's going on in the problem. So it says if all the edges of a cube are doubled, what is the percent of increase in the volume? All right, so here is the situation. Now we need to understand how to find the volume of a cube. All right, so now that we understand kind of visually what's going on in this problem, we need to understand the formula for the volume of a cube. And the volume of a cube is the length times the width times the height. Now, because all these sides here are the same measurement, we could also write this as the volume being s cubed if the sides here are s, right? But basically, it's the length times the width times the height. Okay, so this is the formula for the volume of a cube. So what we could do here is simply calculate the volume of each of these cubes. All right, so the volume of this cube is going to be the length times the width times the height, or 1 times 1 times 1, or 1. Okay, so the volume of this cube here is 1, and the volume of this cube is going to be what? Well, the volume is going to be 2 times 2 times 2, or 8. Okay, so the volume went from 1 to 8. So that's basically what's going on here in terms of the increase of volume. All right, so if you double the sides or the edges of a cube, what's going to happen is your volume is going to go from 1 to 8. So now we need to deal with the second half of this problem, and that is what is the percent of increase in the volume? Are you struggling in math because of confusing lessons? Maybe the teacher's not showing you all the steps you need, or things are happening too fast. Well, there is a better way. So come on over to my math help program at tcmathacademy.com. There you'll find clear step-by-step instruction by me that will definitely make a huge difference in your math success. So make sure to check out all my courses by following the links in the description. Okay, so percent of increase can be a little bit confusing. So before I show you the actual math to find the percent of increase, let's just talk about some basic concepts. So if our current volume is 1, and this volume is going to 8 if we double the edges of the sides, well, there's an increase in volume that we can measure by percentage. But let's just take a simple example. So if I said the current volume of this cube is 1, and I said if we want to increase the volume 100%, what would be the new volume? All right, so hopefully you're saying, well, if we increase the volume, the current volume of 100%, well, the new volume is going to be 2, all right, because 100% of 1 is 1, right? So let's just make sure you understand this here. So if I have 1 here, and 100% of 1 is in fact 1, right? So if we increase the volume of something that's already 100%, what we're doing is adding another 1 to it. Now, let's suppose I said our current volume is 1, but let's increase the volume by 50%, right? So what's a 50% increase if the current volume is 1? So the new volume would be what? Well, it would be 1 plus 1/2, right? So 1 and 1/2 would be the new volume. So percent of increase can be a little bit confusing. So back over here with this simple example, a 100% increase is going to be 2. But here we have to be very careful because we're looking for the percent of increase starting from 1 going to 8. All right, so we're going to have to do some basic math here to figure out the percent of increase. Okay, so let's talk about how to calculate the percent of increase. So there is a formula, but I like to explain things where you don't have to really remember a formula. And let's just kind of establish a few things here. So what we're doing is we're going from an old or an original amount to a new amount. So in other words, we're going from this original volume of 1 and we're increasing the volume to 8. So there is a percentage of increase that's going on here. So you want to be thinking in terms of the starting amount to the new amount. All right, so here is the formula, and I'll show you the formula, but once you actually use the formula, I think it will make better sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to compare the difference of the new amount minus the old or starting or original amount to the original or old amount. All right, so in other words, we're going from 1 to 8. So we want to find the difference from 1 to 8. So what we're going to do is take 8 and subtract it from 1. So we're going to take that new amount because we're talking about the percent of increase and subtract away the original starting amount. So obviously that is going to be 7, but let's go ahead and write out the numbers here. So it's going to be 8 minus 1, and we're going to compare it to the original starting amount, which of course is 1. All right, so 8 minus 1 over 1 is going to be the percent of increase, but we're not quite done because 8 minus 1 is what? Well, that's 7, or 7 over 1, which of course is 7. But this is a number, it's not a percent. So how do we change a number into a percent? Easy, all we have to do is multiply it by 100 or move the decimal point over 2 places to the right. So 7 is really 7.0, and if we move the decimal point over 2 places to the right, we're going to get 700%, which of course is the right answer. Okay, so going back to our question here, because we do have a multiple choice question, we can see that the correct choice or the correct answer is D, 700%. Now, if you got this right, I definitely have to give you a nice little happy face and A plus. That is fantastic. You definitely need to understand the percent of increase. This is a basic math concept that confuses a lot of people, but in terms of percent problems, percent of increase and decrease problems are very common. All right, so if this video helped you out, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you need additional help with percentage or basic geometry, make sure to check out my full main math courses. You can find links to all of that in the description below. All right, so with all that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your math adventures. Thank you for your time and have a great day.